Lights.
The stage is set.
Camera.
The shortest format, the biggest thrill.
Action.
Lovely shot. Oh, bullseye. It's taken.
Izano bukela amanina idlala iqakamba. And remember, entry is free.
The Hollywood Bets Pro Series from 4 October to 15 March.
Remember those blissful long summer days? Dry smoke drifting across the stands. The hiss on the grass banks. And the thrill of getting your hero's autograph? Remember when we came together for more than just cricket? For the rivalries, the banter, and for those moments that brought us all to our feet.
Sensational catch. Right out of the stadium. What a shot that is.
Remember that feeling? It's back. Every team, every format, from the fire of the T20 Challenge to the battles of the One Day Cup. The intrigue of the 4-day series and the brilliance of the Hollywood Bets Pro Series.
Boulder.
This season, it's time to make new memories. Book your ticket to the best of South African domestic action. Head to cricket.co.za for all the details. With hometown pride on the line. Uza nawe.
So tell me, these Proteas, are they talented?
Yeah.
Fierce.
Yeah.
Dynamic. Yeah. Do they have the passion?
That is an outstanding catch.
Yeah.
Is ambition a part of this team?
Yeah.
Do they look unstoppable?
Yeah.
Unbreakable?
Yeah.
Unafraid?
Yeah.
Will they win the Cricket World Cup?
Absolute class from Laura Volpar.
Just like that. This is thrilling. It's a jam.
This is unbelievable. This is fantasy cricket.
Join the charge. Support the Proteas women on their journey to World Cup glory.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Dominic Hendricks and I am the captain of the DP World Lions Red Ball team. I think number one, we had a great campaign. We didn't lose a game at home, and I think that was one of the keys to our success last season. The thing that impressed me the most was that we sort of won away from home quite a few times, and yeah, we were highly competitive throughout the campaign. The final was a heated affair. Unfortunately, we couldn't win that outright, and we had to settle for a draw. But I think the big thing was that we managed to get 20 wickets in that game, which was special about the final. To me personally, it's a massive honor, number one. I think we've done some good things over the last couple of years in terms of our team and our environment, making sure that our culture is really good. So again, looking forward to another successful season, and hopefully the boys can start the campaign off really well. How do we carry the momentum? It's a very difficult question to answer, considering we've got quite a lot of movement this year. So I think the best thing is there is some continuity in terms of a lot of our, a majority of our players are still sort of the same faces that we've seen. So getting the likes of Mitchell, Connor, Josh, those are sort of the leadership guys to sort of carry the momentum that we had from last season, and try and get us off to a good start come this Thursday.
Good afternoon here from the Recreation Ground in Oudtshoorn for the Cricket South Africa Division 2 T20 competition match between the home side, the Garden Route Badgers, and the visitors from East London, the Eastern Cape Iinyathi. With me in commentary, good afternoon, Jason Mashanganye.
Good afternoon, Albertus. We're looking forward to an exciting match here between Iinyathi and the Badgers. Josh van Heerden's men versus Jerome Bosa's men. Shaping up to be a very exciting day out on the field.
Yeah, it's a big day for South African cricket. It's also the semi-final between England and South Africa in Guwahati. Before we start, just an update, a very good start for the Protea ladies. An opening stand of 115 between Tasman Brits and Laura Wolfhard. And the breakthrough came from Sophie Eccleston in 2 balls. She removed both Tasman Brits on 45 and Anneke Bosch for a duck. So a score there, 116 for 2 after it's been 116 without loss, and they are in the 24th over. Great excitement. The Badgers has won the toss and they opted to have a bat first, and we are prepared, as you said, for a very exciting contest here between the Badgers, who has won 2 back-to-back 4-day matches, and also their opening match on Saturday against the Limpopo resulted in a victory. And Jason Niemann will open the bowling from the commentary box end of the ground, and he will open with spin. Immediately over the top by Ruan Terblanche. I don't think that one will go all the way. Fielding has been conducted, and they will come back for a third. Very good running between the wickets, between the 2 openers, Yassine Valley and Ruan Terblanche. Positive start from the Badgers.
Great attacking intent shown first up here from Ruan. Will set the tone for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an exciting game. Jason Niemand. The Iinyathi always one of the strongholds in Division 2, and their first match, and we will look at the scores now, unfortunately rain out when they played in Mpumalanga Rhinos over the past weekend. And Jason Niemann will continue, and he will bowl to the left-hander Yassine Valley. After pads, fielding has been done by Mid-on, who runs around and does the fielding, and that is Christian de Toy, who's done the fielding tidily and returned it to the wicketkeeper Msindisi Malika. Now Jason, we will talk about it. The Badgers win the toss. Your views on that, whilst we first take us through this over from Jason Niemand, and he will now bowl to the right-hander Ruan Terblanche.
Knocked one, just out to long on. With regards to the toss, I think any team would do well to put the opposition under pressure with a score. I think scoreboard pressure plays a big role in this limited over stuff, and looks to be a good batting wicket.
It does. This one is also played into the pocket, just there in front of square on the leg side, and the fielding has been done, and 1 run added to the total. We look at the average first score here. It suggests 139, which I think is a bit low, but I must also admit that in later years, I think 150, 160 has become more an average score.
Great shot here by Ruan Terblanche.
Quickly on that one bounce over the square leg boundary, 4 runs for Ruan Terblanche. Very good start, taking the Badgers to 10 without loss.
I think yes, with those average scores, if you look at the last 3 seasons, the wickets have gotten better to play on, with a whole lot more grass covering on them, which makes it good for the batters.
Again into the gap, Ruan Terblanche will pick up his second boundary just behind square. There's a chase there, and it will runs away for 4. Quite a quick outfield, 14 without loss, end of the first over. Very good start by the old Paul Roos Gymnasium opening bat, who also played like his opening partner for the SA19s.
Lights.
The stage is set.
Camera.
The shoot is for.
Was sidelined for the majority of his first 2 seasons here with the Badgers. He underwent 2 ankle surgeries, and he'll be hungry to showcase his talent. Former Cobras and Boland opening batter, and he will face the bowler that will operate from the Freda Street end of the ground, and he also needs no introduction. That's Thando Ntini. He's of course the son of the great Makaya Ntini. Now, Thando spent time at quite a few provinces, and hopefully he will settle in with the Iinyathi.
He has a very, very good talent. You'd hope that he settles in and puts his skills on show for a consistent time with one union. He certainly has the skill.
He'll bowl around the wicket to the left-hander, runs in, and it's wide outside off. Wide signal by umpire Willem Low. The 2 officiating umpires today at the Freda Street end of the ground is Willem Low, and at the commentary box end, the umpire needs no introduction. That's the former ICC international umpire who officiated in 3 World Cup finals, Murray Rasmus. He is also a former Boland rugby and cricket player. And interestingly enough, he was Willem Low's headmaster at Swartland High School in Malmesbury. This one just worked down to third man, a deep third man on the boundary. The work has been done by Christian de Tooy, but it will not prevent a further single added to the total. Good start for the Badgers as they move to 16 without loss, and we're into the second over. Yeah, Thando Ntini, he played here in the franchise era. I remember he played here for the Cobras, and he was quite successful on that specific day. It's the last franchise game that ever was played here at a recreation ground on a very hot day against the Knights. He will change to over the wicket to the right-hander Ruan Terblans, who's on strike. And wide it by umpire Nell, and in spite of a good dive towards his left by the wicketkeeper Malika, that runs away for 4 byes. Not what the doctor ordered for Captain Jerome Bosser and his team.
Yeah, even with that, you check the amount of movement he's gotten off the wicket. I think the bowlers will be happy to see that there's something in it for them to work with. Must just keep their disciplines about them.
Ntini into Ruan Terblans for defensive. Dive towards the left by cover, and the fielding has been done. No run added to the total, and a welcome dot ball for the Eastern Cape Iinyathi. The Badgers last weekend, they successfully chased down 161 to record an 8-wicket victory against Limpopo, Impala and Polokwane. Always a difficult tour to Polokwane.
It's quite a difficult place to go to. See this ball.
Short. Work for third man. Deep on the boundary. Tidy fielding done by Matthew Fourie, but it will not prevent a single.
And Josh van Heerden and Heath Richards with that partnership, third wicket partnership, record partnership for the Garden Route Badgers to get them over the line against Limpopo Impalas was great to see.
Yeah, it was quite decisive in the context of the game. It's a better delivery from Ntini, but it will not prevent Yasin Vali to push this one to mid-wicket, and he will pick up a single. Yeah, the match between the Iinyathi and Mpumalanga Rhinos was played at Buffalo Park in East London. The Rhinos were cruising at 127 for 2 when rain poured down, and the match was abandoned due to the rain. So whilst the Badgers, as I've said earlier, they chased down successfully 161. Ntini in to the Blanche. There's an edge towards that one. Again, work for Fourie. This time he runs towards his left. Nicely picked up. And 1 run added to the total, 24 without lost, and that brings an end to, no, still 1 more ball to go. It's obviously an 8 ball over from the young Tandu Ntini. His father needs no introduction, one of the greatest cricket players to ever represent South Africa. Once again, forward defensive. He will pick up a single. Good rotation of the strike. Overbowled 25 without loss after 2 overs. A very good start for the team that has won the toss and opted to have a bat first.
Certainly a great start by the Badgers. And there's left-right combination is doing wonders for them. Bowlers are not able to settle against one style of batting. Well, a bowling change from the commentary side end.
Yeah, it will be Matthew Fourie that will bowl from the commentary box end of the ground, and that is exactly also the same side where Murray Rasmus is officiating.
That first over of spin, that experiment didn't go as planned. And immediately changing to the more conventional route of having seamers bowl in the power play. And that's credit to how the batters have went in this first 12 balls.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 overs.
The weather in Oudtshoorn, it's a typical hot sunny day with no clouds. In the gap, and that one will run away towards the pointy area for 4 for Yasin Vali. Well played to Vali.
Great start there from Vali to start off the over, put the bowler under pressure first up with a boundary.
Yeah, width has been offered there, and as you correctly said, great shot played by
batters to negotiate the over.
Yeah, always good, as you said, as a former coach, assistant coach of the Badgers. When you pick up a boundary with that first ball of the over, it immediately transfers the pressure and releases the pressure.
Quite right. Especially when a team is striking, the run rate is at 13.8 after 2.1 overs.
Once again, in the gap, work for mid-off who runs towards right, and that mid-off is Jason Niemand, who bowled the first over from the commentary box end, but he will once again not prevent a single for Yasin Vali, taking the score to 30 without loss. A beautiful day in the ostrich capital of Oudtshoorn, and we will also keep you updated on scores around the country and also that important ICC semi-final match between South Africa and England in over the wicket to the right hand of to Blanche. Into the pocket towards mid-wicket, and they will settle for a single. And tidy fielding, strong arm there.
Michael Copeland.
Yeah, Michael Copeland. He spent a few seasons with Boland, former SA Under-19 player, and then he moved to the Eastern Cape Iinyathi.
Yeah, also former Cares boy, King Edward VII School in Johannesburg.
Yeah, the Badgers have got 3 Cares boys, old boys in their team. Yasin Vali, Zach Momberg and Liam Alder. Around the wicket to Vali. Firmly hit, straight to Copeland, and it's going to be a dot ball. A welcome dot delivery. Yeah, the records here at the recreation ground shows you that the team that has won, that has bat first in the last 18 games, 7 of those has been won by the team that bat first. whilst 11 was won by the team that's batting second. So it will also tell you the quality of the wickets that's been prepared here at this facility. Short, into the gap, the call from the Blans is a tight one. Good fielding, not prevent a single. 32 without loss. Tidy over thus far from Fourie, except for that very first. The Blans, if the single is on, run it hard and do not hesitate. Fourie to Blans. And that will be another single towards square leg, and he will pick up a single.
At the end of the third over, Badgers are 33 for no loss. It's very good power play batting from the two openers here, who constantly rotating strike. They're not just depending on the odd boundary that they're getting. They're making sure that the bowlers are not settling against one specific batter.
Yeah, very important. Minimize the dot balls, and I think it's a very good approach by the bowlers of the Badgers. And Thando Ntini, in spite of bowling two wide deliveries in his first over from the Freda Street end of the ground, he will continue. He conceded 11 runs and he's running in to bowl to Blanche. Once again down to third man, and he'll pick up a single.
Yeah, he's induced that outside edge. That's the second one in 2 overs now that is caught from Ruan Treblanche's bat. But just because of how the batters have started out, Iinyathi will be reluctant to get someone in a catching position just behind the bat there on the offside.
Around the wicket to the left-hander Yasin Vali. Well bowled delivery. See this one out to the offside. No run will be added to the total.
We'll be looking to string up a few more dot balls there to bring that rate down. Currently sitting at 10.2. You don't want that to get out of control in this first power play.
Firmly hit by Blanche, wide of third man. There will be protection out there and a good throw from Christian Etoy, who's been a busy afternoon for him thus far. He does the fielding, but he will not prevent a couple.
Pretty standard work from the batters. Once they're identifying with, they're not holding back. They're throwing hands at that.
Better delivery from Ntini.
Tight one.
Very tight, direct hit, and Yasin Vali would have been in trouble. Great effort there. Looks like it was Michael Copeland. Ntini to the right-hander to Blanche. Oh, that's a great shot from Ruan to Blanche. Over the top, he will take 4. The shot of the day. With presenter there by Ntini. To Blanche capitalise and he'll pick up a nice boundary.
Yeah, but the batters they keep on putting them under pressure. They keep that width. They're taking good care of it. The bowlers are missing by quite a bit. Not giving themselves a chance, bringing the stumps into play. That would have probably been what the coaches would have asked for.
Good placement there by Treblanche. He'll pick up a single into the over. 42 without loss, 4 overs gone. And a very good over for the Badgers again. They got 9 runs in this over from Tini. And there's another match in Bloemfontein where Limpopo is taking on the Knights. The Knights are batting first. They are 38 without loss. Gian Kluta on 35 and Jacques Snyman on 3. A very good start there for the Knights. A difficult season for Limpopo Impala. Once again, they're playing the strong team of the Knights, who's been relegated to Division 2. And 4 runs. We just saw a boundary picked up by Gian Kluta. But we're back, focusing at the recreation ground. The score 4 overs bowled, 42 without loss. And Fourie will continue. He conceded 8 runs in his opening over and into Rohan Treblanche. Short. His fine leg is in position, but it's not required. Square leg will run around, does the fielding, and 1 run added to the total.
I think that's much better lines and length from Matthew Fourie. Tucking the batter up a little bit, not giving them width to throw hands at. Then you'll be happy with that. 1 rather than 4.
A swing and a miss through to the keeper. Good dot ball for Fourie.
That's much better line and much better length, not too much width on offer. I think the bowlers have taken a little bit of time to adjust to the conditions. I think generally playing at recreation ground, you want to bring the stumps more into play. You don't necessarily get people caught behind square a lot. You get wickets, LBW bowled and caught straight down.
So Fourie is running in around the wicket to Vali. Oh, that's direct hit. And wisely, Yasin Vali didn't give any further consideration on that single. Good tight fielding there. Better over from Fourie.
Much better over.
Yeah, it's clearly settling in.
Yeah, he's adjusted his lines and lengths. Take away the free scoring option.
As he runs in Fourie to the left-hander Yasin Vali. Oh, that's a good delivery. That's a good delivery from Fourie, beating the bat. And Vali, there will be some pain tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He'll feel it tomorrow morning. I think now the coaches from Iinyathi will be much happier with what they're seeing from Matthew Fourie in this over. I think that would have been a standard plan. Bring the stumps more into play.
Much better bowling from Matthew Fourie. He's finding his rhythm and also his line and length. And as you correctly said, Jason, as a previous coach, bringing the stumps into play.
Yeah, and also working with some changes of pace there. I think there's been a couple of deliveries there where he's taken the pace off, just to make run scoring or shot making a little bit harder for the batters.
Yeah, and it seems that he generates some pace here. Runs in hard. Oof. And that one beats fine leg, was on the circle, and he'll take 4 runs. Yasin Vali. And that's 5 overs gone, 47 without loss. 47 without loss. The Badgers, where they currently sit in a dugout, they will be quite happy winning the toss, opting to have a bat first, and they are now at 47 without loss.
Yeah. Disappointing end to that over from Matthew Forey.
Yeah, he bowled very well, and then unfortunately that last ball, bearing in mind that he's got a fine leg up in the ring, and he considered a boundary, so there's a bowling change. Hardus Kutser, he will operate from the Freda Street end of the ground. He will bowl the last over of the power play. 47 without loss. Ruan de Blanc is on strike. Very good first delivery from Hardus Kutser. He seems to be on the money.
Good start from Hardus. Just what the doctors ordered. Good hard length. No opportunity for the batter to free their arms. The Badgers will look to finish strong in this over. They've had a great foundation laid here from the openers.
It's another very good delivery from Kutser. He is on the money right from the word go.
Yeah, keeping that man behind square interested there. How he's getting tighter and tighter, looking for that run out chance with a drop and run.
Yeah, 30 overs gone in Guwahati, South Africa. Proteas 152 for 3. It's a great shot, well executed. Over the top, 4 runs for Ruan de Blanc. 4-run signal by umpire Willem Nel.
Great execution here from Ruan de Blanc. Any opportunity to pull the bowlers under pressure is being thoroughly taken care of. Badgers still going at 9.6 after 5.3 overs.
Kutser into ter Blanche. It's a well bowled delivery. Great comeback after that boundary. Kutser in to ter Blanche. Oh, that's a big hit. Will this one go all the way? Yes, it does. It's a big 6 hit by ter Blanche. And as the 50 came up in the previous delivery, that's a very valuable 6 runs hit by ter Blanche.
It's great batting. He's shown intent from the onset, from the first ball that he faced. He's looked to put the bowlers under pressure.
Yeah, he's renowned to be a red ball player, but certainly his execution in white ball cricket today has been exceptional.
He's been quite exceptional playing conventional cricket shots with good intent.
Hardus Kutser runs in. I'm impressed with him besides the 2 boundaries. And that's another boundary for ter Blanche. He'll pick up 4 more. Taking him to 37, the end of the power play, 61 without loss by the Badgers. Ter Blanc, he moves to 37 and Valley is on 18.
Great part. And the 2 batters have complemented each other very well. See, Yasin Vali has been rotating strike quite well, 18 of 17, and Ruan has taken the more aggressive approach to it.
Yeah, another bowling change. Fourie. And he's been replaced by Michael Copeland. So it's an ex-old Kes boy to another one bowling. Copeland. Late SA under 19, he was at Boland for a few seasons. Showed a lot of promise as a youngster. never really fulfilled and kicked on. And the opportunity here with the Iinyathi will definitely give him more playing time to showcase his skills. Few changes to the field, very conventional field. We've got 3 boundary riders on the leg side. Into the gap push by Vali. Work for Fourie and 1 more added to the total.
It'll be interesting to see what sort of approach Ruan takes now in this middle period. He was ultra aggressive in the power play. Whether he keeps on with that approach, or does he now look to rotate strike and look to bat for as long as possible? With a firm platform or foundation being set, yeah. They've started out well, 62 for no loss after 6.1.
That'll be a single for Blanche. 24-year-old Blanche. He's only playing in his 3rd T20 match in his career. And the 39 that he scored today is also a new record for him. Career base, Copeland will bow to the left-hander Yasin Vali. Short, in the gap, work out as he runs in from the deep. For Matthew Fourie, 1 run added to the total.
I think Iinyathi will look to the spinners to bring that rate down a little bit, restrict the boundaries. They wouldn't mind going at 6 and over was just the strike rotations of singles. They'll take that.
Short. He couldn't cut the fielders into 2, he couldn't pierce the gap, but it will not prevent a single.
Great work on the boundary there to keep that to 2.
That's a big one. Maximum, that's a huge one. It from Ruan to Blanche, taking him to 46.
Great thing is that he's playing conventional cricket shots, not taking any risks.
And that will be 2 runs to Blanche and Vali. Good runners between the wickets. And a very good start for the Badgers.
Score now sets at 74 for no loss after 7.
A very good opening over. Not a very good opening over by Copeland, I should say. Conceded 13 runs to score 74 without loss.
As you see, a change of bowling from the Free Street end, with Alindile Mhletshwa coming into the attack.
So The ball has been thrown to Arendile Mkhetshwa, and he will proceed. He will bowl over number 8. The badge is on fire. 74 without loss. Bowls to Yasin Vali. Oh, full go of that one. And there's an edge and a breakthrough. The departure of Vali. Good delivery from Mkhetshwa, and the departure of Vali. The first ball of the 8th over.
Iinyathi Mkhetshwa into the attack, and he strikes first up.
Yeah, good role fulfilled by Yasin Vali, and he departs for 20. So that'll bring the big man Heath Richards into bat. He's a very, very dangerous batter, Heath Richards.
With a solid platform laid for Heath Richards to come in, he can afford to take a few balls to get himself set before he tries to go big towards the end.
Yeah, he came off a very good knock, scoring a half century on Saturday at the Polokwane Cricket Club.
Yeah, it was a very composed and controlled knock from Heath.
He first came in the limelight, obviously, when he plays for Eastern Province at under 15 level. And then he moved to Glenwood House in George, where he ever completed his matric. And that's a typical Heath Richards approach, forward defensive. And he made his first class debut for SWD in 2019. And after a couple of years in domestic cricket in the South African circuit, he moved to the USA, where he's a batting all-rounder with the Atlanta Lightning in the minor league. And he's set to carry this form forward in the US Major League for MI New York. No introduction needed. Richards on 3. You can see he's a powerful hitter of a cricket ball, and that shot is evident of that. Just a punch towards mid-wicket for 4.
Very strong man. Just a slight miss in the length there from Mkhetshwa.
Yeah, and he's quickly to capitalize.
Just a slight change in the field as well, with mid-wicket going out onto the boundary and third man up into the circle.
Once again, powerfully hit. Running in from the Freda Street end to the big Heath Richards. Hello, that's 4 more wide of the point region, and Richards on fire. That takes him to 8. What do you think of the move, Jason, and when you coach Heath in your time?
Sees him as this powerful hitter, but he's a person that needs to take his time a little bit when he's starting off.
Yeah, I'm not a great golfer, but I played golf with this man. You don't need to hit with the lower irons. The pitching wedge is sufficient for him on a par 4 to hit it close to the green. But nevertheless, overbowled 83 for 1. An important breakthrough, the dismissal of Yasin Vali, tidy, caught behind the wickets. And 8 overs gone, 83 for 1. And the Badgers will like to keep on this momentum going forward out of the power play after a very good power play after 6 overs. They were at 61 without loss. They're now 83 for 1.
Yes, they certainly have an opportunity here to put Iinyathi even under more pressure with 9 wickets in hand after the 8th over. And a big, powerful Heath Richard out in the middle now, and they still have Josh van Heerden out in the sheds as well.
So bowling chains as Harris Kutser, who bowled 1 over. Yes, he conceded 14 runs, but he runs in from the commentary box end. Oh, that's a good delivery. Of all the bowlers, Harris Kutser is very impressive to me, and then obviously congratulations and well done to Mkhetwa, who got the breakthrough. So Kutser will run in and he will bowl to Heath Richards. Defensive field with boundary riders, and it's a good dot ball from Kutser. Seems to be a bowler that bowls a hard ball. South African women at 173 for 3, Laura Wolfart on 88. Kutser to Richards. Nearly put that one in a block hole, but it will not prevent a single. So 34 overs gone in Guwahati in the semi-final number 1 of the 2025 edition of the ICC Women's World Cup. South Africa on 173 for 3. Marizanne Cup on 32 from 24 deliveries, and Laura Wolfart who's on 88. So please, to all our viewers around the globe, stay tuned to us. We will update you on this score and also other scores. And it's also great to see the Garnwood Badgers women's team flocking into the ground to support their male counterparts. Kutser in to Ruan Terblans, who is on 48. Will not prevent, will not take him to his half-century landmark. Nice fielding done mid-wicket, but 1 run added to the total. Terblans moving to 49, and Richards is on 10 not out, and for that 10 he has faced 8 deliveries. Kutser into Richards. Oh, that's a great delivery and a great wicket for Kutser. Reward to the patch of Richards. He's been castled over by Kutser, and that's 85 for 2. Richards bowled by Kutser. Great delivery.
Well bowled there to Hannes Kutser. Great delivery straight through his defenses. It's been a great over so far. Right through his gate. That's really well bowled. Looked like there was a little bit of change of pace on that.
Yeah, correct. And compliment to the captain for the bowling chains, switching Kutser to the commentary box end of the ground. And disappointment for Richards, and that brings in the captain, George van Heerden, who's also in very good fine form lately. He was involved in a great partnership with Heath Richards over the weekend. And as we've mentioned earlier on commentary, he's obviously a product of the great Grey High School in Gqeberha. He captained the South African under-19 team in a 2022 ICC under-19 World Cup in the West Indies. He's also captaining the white ball side of the Garnwood Badgers. And in addition to that, he was also the captain of the SA emerging team that earlier this year toured Bangladesh. Last season, he was the Garden Route Badgers Player of the Season. So Van Heerden is on strike, and he will face a bowler whose tail is up, Hardus Kutser, as he made a few changes to his field, drop fine leg deep, and he brought mid-off onto the circle. Ooh. And there's an appeal, and that's a departure to trap leg before wicket. The adjacent finger of umpire Murray Rasmus, and the Badgers lost 2 wickets with 2 consecutive balls. Great fight back here from the Iinyathi. Van Heerden departs for naught.
A good over. Pitching outside off and angling into the stumps, giving himself a chance to get those wickets. As we had mentioned earlier, you get more of your wickets here, bowled and LBW and caught straight. It is good to see someone is actually following the plan.
Yeah. Cricket can be a cruel game. He was flying high, Van Heerden, and today he departs first ball. And in comes the wicketkeeper batsman, Nathan Engelbrecht. He's a left-handed batsman. Well, the Knights are now 88 for 2. Good fight back by Limpopo Impala. They lost both openers, Kluti and Snyman, and Riley Rousseau and Cole Abrams out of the crease. And change of bowling. We'll see some spin from the Freda Street end of the ground.
Gaudisa Molefe, left arm orthodox. Now look for Gaudi to follow up that over from Hardus Kutser with a tidy over here.
Yeah, and if you look at the context of the 3 wickets that's down, there's an increasing responsibility on the shoulders of Ruan de Blans to try and stay there as long as possible. Well bowled. Molefe.
Great start, right on the stumps. Asking the batter to take a risk and try and head him off of his line and length there on the wickets.
Yeah, turning the screws on a little bit, Molefe. 2 consecutive dot balls. Well, there's rain on the high veld. We'll come to that now. And that will bring up a well-deserved, well-played half-century by Ruan ter Blans. 50 from 27 deliveries. Well played, Ruan ter Blans.
Very well played from Ruan. And from the onset, he's looked to stay very positive and put the bowlers under pressure. Whenever there's been an opportunity presented, he's taken advantage of it. And he's also rotated strike very well.
Yeah, the departure of Van Heerden and Heath Richards will also today test the middle order of the Garden Route Badgers. Nathan Engelbrecht, the wicketkeeper, who didn't have batting time in the away victory against Limpopo Impala, and Molefe will change to around the wicket for the left-hander. Engelbrecht was on a high performance contract with Boland, and with the departure of Lucky Beaufort, he has moved to the Oudtshoorn base team. It will take some time to settle in.
Iinyathi will use this opportunity to string up a few more dot balls just to create a little bit of more pressure on Ruan.
and to Nathan Engelbrecht. And he will get off the mark with a single to mid-on, long on, and with the right-hander on strike, he will change to over the wicket. Sorry, he's bowling around the wicket to the left-hander. What does it say to the right-hander? It's straight to the fielder, does the fielding. Tidy opening over from Molefe, only conceded 2 runs. And is there a twist in the tail here, Jason?
Iinyathi have brought themselves back into the game very well by getting those 3 quick wickets in a space of 2 overs. Now it puts a lot of pressure on the middle to lower order of the guarded root badgers to try and get as many as they possibly can without having batted in the last game, where the top order has performed brilliantly over the last 2 games.
Yeah, there's also a Division 2 match in Benoni, and the Eastern Storm are taking on the Northern Cape Heat. So it's rain delay. The Storm are batting first. They're 47 for 2 after 5 overs, and it's currently raining at Willowmore Park in Benoni. And Harness Kutzer will certainly be in the pick of the bowlers, picking up 2 wickets with back-to-back deliveries. Will run in and he will bowl to the left-hander Nathan Engelbrecht.
On a hat-trick?
Yeah, he's on a hat-trick, as you correctly said. He will not get the hat-trick. In fact, Engelbrecht will punch it out to point who's deep on the boundary, and he will pick up a single. We said it earlier, the average score here is 139, and for watching cricket for quite a number of years here at this ground, if my memory serves me correct, it's a little bit low for the standards that we got used to lately. Kutzer into Terblanche, who punches this wide. They will pick up a couple there. They're both good runners between the wickets. And the fielding has been done by Michael Copeland from the boundary. Very tiny fielding today from the Iinyathi.
There's been great work on the field, great fielding display from the boundary fielders especially. They're running in hard to cut off those angles and make sure that they're keeping them to 1s or 2s.
Seems that they've got a couple of javelin throwers on the boundary. Kutzer in, slower delivery, well negotiated by. Good change in pace from Kutzer.
Very good. The last 3 overs have been well constructed from Iinyathi. We see from over number 8 to over number 10, having only considered 4 runs and picked up 3 wickets in a space of 18 balls.
Now the 24-year-old Engelbrecht was a non-striker. And as you correctly said, attacking the wickets, and they will come back for a couple. Good running, very good running once again. In fact, there's a misfield. Good observation from Engelbrecht, who made the call, and what should have been 2 is now becoming 3.
Great awareness there from the banner.
Yeah,
taking
Engelbrecht
advantage.
was born in 2001. He hails from the west coast town of Vredenburg, Saldanha, renowned for their crayfish and snook. Kutzer will be disappointed, conceding an unnecessary, unaccounted run.
Good hard length there. Tuck the batter up. Dot ball. Kutzer has done brilliantly, having went for 14 of the first over. He's now bowled 2.5 overs, 2 for 22.
Yeah, I must echo your sentiments, and those very important back-to-back wickets when he first castled Heath Richards and then got a late before decision to get rid of George van Heerden. Engelbrecht runs this one down to third man. There's protection out there. And 11 overs gone, 94 for 3. At the back of your mind, in the coaching dugout, Jason, what do you think will be the target score of the men in green?
Well, at this point in time, with 7 wickets in hand and an in-batter and Walter Blanche on 55 from 31, you'll probably look at 160 as your minimum at this point to give yourself a chance to have something to bowl at. I think from here onwards, anything less than 160, Iinyathi is firmly in control.
So Molefe, he only conceded 2 singles in his opening over, and he will bowl to Nathan Engelbrecht. The Badgers were also quite aware that they need to kick on at some stage without losing wickets, because my gut feeling tells me that 170 will be par here. You know the history of Molefe, Jason?
Yeah, young man from a small town in the south of Joburg, Orange Farm.
That's a sweep shot, there's a call
Big
there.
appeal, not given.
Umpire Wimpinel is unmoved.
So a young man from Orange Farm who got
Johannesburg area, the bigger Johannesburg area, should I say?
Yeah.
He certainly has put the stops out here.
Very smart bowler, good changes of pace.
Molefe to Engelbrecht. And good fielding from his own bowling. Lots of energy from Molefe.
Knowing him, he takes great pride in being able to field off his own bowling. Four dots so far in the over. Like leg buys.
Leg by signal by umpire Wimpinel, and still no runs from the bat in this over with 1 ball to go. He certainly has turned things slightly around here, Molefe.
Both him and Harris Kotze have done very well. Bowling, great bowling partnership between the two of them.
De Blance on strike. De Blance into the vacant area, and that's very good calling.
Opportunity for a run out there.
Risky runs for the account, and good strike rotation here.
At the end of the 12th over, Garden Route Badgers are 97 for 3.
Very good over from Molefe, back to back, and it seems that Kutzer will not bowl his final over. We've got a change in bowling, and from the commentary box end, Andile Mkhetwa, who picked up the wicket of Yasin Vali, will continue. Nathan Engelbrecht, a left-handed wicket-keeper batsman, is on strike.
Slow ball, full pitch.
Misfield, the first real misfield of the day. And it's a single added for Engelbrecht. He'll be slightly disappointed from that full toss not being able to being rewarded for more than just a single.
Yeah, you'll feel that he might have missed out, but also the change of pace from the bowler might have also played a role in that, playing a little bit earlier.
Shedwa to run to Blans. And he's bowled him. It's a big wicket for Iinyathi. The Blans depart for 57. And even Stevens here.
Iinyathi are firmly back in this game. Firmly. To end his innings of 57 from 32 balls. Another inspired bowling change here from the Eastern Cape Iinyathi captain to bring him Kletcher back into the attack, and he picks up his wicket. Second ball into the over. I think Michael Copeland will not be so disappointed with that misfield to bring Ruan de Blanche back on strike.
Yeah, they're very, very happy to see the back of Ruan de Blanche, we said earlier. And 160 from here on. They'll need to bat very good to get to 160, as we will see the entrance of Kyle Bravo Jacobs, the man who hails from Galvindale in the Eastern Cape, as he comes to the crease.
It'll take another great partnership here to get the Garden Route Badgers to a minimum of 160 for them to feel that they have a chance in this game. Iinyathi have done very well to bring themselves firmly back in the game, and some might feel in control of the game at this stage.
Good bowling from Kletcher, picking up his second wicket as he rearranged the furniture of Ruan de Blanche. Lots of pressure, hard work required here from the Badgers. But well bowled Iinyathi, Kletcher into Jacobs. Forward defensive. Yeah, the man that changed things around here was Hardus Kutzer. He first clean bowled Heath Richards for 10, and then the very next ball he got rid of the captain George van Heerden for naught. Adjacent leg before by umpire Marais Rasmus. And that's a welcome boundary for Kyle Jacobs. Well played, just wide. Our fine leg was on the circle, and 4 runs added to the total.
Takes the Garden Route Badgers over 100 runs, 102 for 4 after 12.4.
On the leg side, Jacobs capitalize. Into the gap.
Quick single, chance. Well run in the end from the 2 batters.
Now, Kyle Jacobs, of course, is the grandson of the great Bravo Jacobs, who hails from Kabeja, playing for Galvindale. Laura Wolford. Oh, that's a great shot from Jacobs. Jacobs, Engelbrecht, pardon. Great shot for Engelbrecht. Release the pressure, picking up a vital boundary.
Great end to the over there by Nathan Engelbrecht.
Laura Wolford on 97 not out. South Africa, the Proteas, 194 for 5. Wolfhard on 19-7, Brits out for 45, Anneke Bosch for naught, Sunay for 42 and Marazan Cup for 42. Sunay for 1, Cup 42, Sanalo Yafta for 1, and at the crease, also for the conflict, a little bit of interest from our side, our very own Henri Derksen, and over number 14 will be bowled from the Freda Street end of the ground by Matthew Fourie. Very good shot, that previous one from Engelbrecht.
Very great end to the over there. Just a slight miss in the length from Shetwa. Picked up a wicket in that over, still went for 10 runs. We'll be happy with the wicket. But a little bit disappointed with conceding 2 boundaries in that over.
Absolutely. Fourie to Jacobs, the right-hander. A welcome dot ball for the Iinyathi.
And what we've clearly seen over the last 7 overs is that Iinyathi has bowled more at the stumps, and it's made it harder for the batters to hit through the line. It's created opportunities, just the slight change in line.
Fourie into Jacobs. Now that's tip and run. Good observation, rotating the strike.
That's well run. The fielder's hanging slightly on the ring. Always an opportunity if you're fully aware as a batter at this stage of the game. It will be important that the badgers, for them, they keep rotating strike and then do not depend on just boundaries at this stage.
You're 100% right, but they will need the odd boundary in a quest for at least 165, I would say. Fourie to Engelbrecht. Into the gap, and that will be a welcome boundary for Nathan Engelbrecht. Well played, I'm very impressed with Engelbrecht thus far. He was quickly on that delivery, just short of a length, and hits it to mid-wicket for 4.
Yeah, good change of pace there from Matthew Fourie. Well identified.
And that takes Engelbrecht into double figures. He's on 12. Fourie to Engelbrecht.
Another slow ball. Out to point, dot ball. You're seeing more and more of change of pace from the seamers, forcing the batters to generate power themselves, no pace on the ball.
Yeah, 2 balls left in this over, and Fourie will be very keen to exit this over without conceding a boundary. Beautiful afternoon here at the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn. Not a cloud in the sky, as always in October. Engelbrecht runs in. And that will split the fielders into, now it's a great effort there. Very good effort from Michael Copeland. He's a great athlete. He runs towards his left dive and stopped a certain boundary, but he will not prevent a couple for Engelbrecht. 114 for 4. A very well balanced, dangerous side from East London that arrived here in Oudtshoorn. They will be hungry against a team that's full of self-confidence, back-to-back victories in the 4-day, and a good start in the T20 campaign. No, that will be a dot ball. And they will settle for a dot ball. 114 for 4, 14 overs bowled, 7 runs from the over. apologies for a vehicle that's doing some speed testing in Voortrekker Road just behind us.
Alindile Mhletshwa to continue from the commentary side end.
Yeah, he's conceded 19 runs, but he got 2 wickets. In to Jacobs, firmly driven back to the bowler who does the fielding from his own bowling.
Good change of pace again from Mhletshwa. Bringing the batters forward. That's where he's gotten his wickets from.
Jacobs will pick up a single. He's firmly hit. And they will come back for the second. There's a slight hesitation, but unfortunately, not good observation there. Throwing towards the wrong end. And a good call there from Nathan Engelbrecht. Was a very good run there between the wickets by the look of things.
Great awareness from Nathan Engelbrecht to put the fielder under pressure. When he identified the opportunity for that second, didn't hesitate for it.
Jacobs to the same area, and this time it will only be a single. Tight fielding.
Great work there by Michael Copeland.
Yeah, Michael Copeland, we spoke about his fielding abilities. He's a great athlete, strong arm, covers a lot of ground in no space of time. So we watched Mhletshwa running in to the left-hander Engelbrecht. Ooh, very good fielding. Excellent fielding there, Jason. Can you spot the fielder?
Gaudisa Molefe.
Yep.
Behind point on the offside.
It's a great stop.
Great stop there.
Thanks, Jason. The Badgers, after winning the toss, they're at 117 for 4. A very good opening stand earlier today of 74 between Yassine Vali, who made 20, and Rohan Terblans, who made 57. 117 for 4. In the gap. Very sensible cricket from Engelbrecht. And there's another misfield and good awareness from Nathan Engelbrecht. He certainly hasn't shown a lot of firepower with the bat, but he can clear the boundary and is a very good rotator of strike and a runner between the wickets, and he shows some excellent cricket awareness. Nathan Engelbrecht.
Great package. Great package. He runs well. He identifies mistakes and he capitalizes on them.
This time you found the gap. There's a fielder out there, and that's Van Zyl does the fielding, and no run added to the total. Pardon, not Van Zyl, Matthew Fourie. End of the over, there is 15 overs gone, 120 for 4. Well, Jason, by the look of things, and I'm going to ask you once again, what will be the target in the dugout with 5 overs remaining? I would say they will at least try to squeeze in 50 runs in the last 5 overs with 6 wickets in hand, which will take them to 170.
Yeah, 170 will definitely be a great score.
But Molefe is impressed. He only conceded 4 runs in 2 overs.
Quite right. I think the bowling has been quite impressive from the 8th over onwards. They've restricted the Garden Route Badgers.
Ooh, good bowling, Molefe.
Another dot ball from Molefe there.
Yeah, it's been very impressive to me, Jason.
I think going back to 170 will be a very good score, very competitive. Like taking into account the quality of bowling on show at this point in time, and also the wickets that have been lost.
Molefe building the pressure here on Engelbrecht. 2 dot balls in over number 16. That's ideal for a bowling side. Into the gap. They'll come back for, no, they will only settle for one. That's a bit of a misfield. $121 for 4. A vital partnership in the context, 23 runs for the 5th wicket. Kyle Jacobs is a strong cricket player. You coached him, he can clear the boundary.
Yeah, you need one of these two to really put their foot down.
Molefi's got other plans.
Molefi has got another thing on his mind. Great changes of pace from him. Doesn't give the batters much to work with.
I must compliment Harry Molefi. Only 5 runs conceded in 18 on 17 balls.
That's pure gold in a T20.
Well, that's not gold, that's platinum. If you want to go that route. End of the over, Jason, you agree with me? Very good, another good over. 122 for 4, 16 overs bowled. Kyle Jacobs is on 10. Nathan Engelbrecht is on 18. Just to recap on the scorecard. The Blanche made 57. There was 20 for Yasin Wali. Richards went for 10, pardon. And George van Heerden for 0. Engelbrecht is on 18 from 22. Jacobs on 10 from 11. And Hardes Kutzer has been very impressive. Back-to-back wickets for him. He runs into bowl his last over with Kyle Jacobs on strike. Just past the stretching hand. Not prevent a single. I don't think the Iinyathi would mind singles, Jason.
No. For them, that is exactly what they'll be looking for. If it is not a dot ball single or wicket. While on the other hand, Bashers will be looking for more boundaries while rotating in between.
Engelbrecht, that's a magnificent shot. That's 4. He gave himself room. Well played, Nathan Engelbrecht. That's a great cricket shot.
Very good shot. Gave himself just a little bit of room onto the leg side to access offside. Identify the change of pace.
Derksen has also lost her wicket. So it's Tryon, Chloe Tryon, in a very successful World Cup. One of the more experienced campaigners in the Proteas outfit. As we watch Engelbrecht, and he will face up Kutzer. Running in from the commentary box, and Hardes Kutzer to Nathan Engelbrecht. In the gap. A good runners between the wickets, but it will only be a single. That's clinical fielding there.
Great work out on the boundary there by Matt Forey to cover that space and keep it to 1.
A very deceptive big outfield here. Long boundaries at this ground. Obviously a rugby ground formerly. They played cricket here. Lots of overseas touring teams the previous century played here. The 1955 British and Irish Lions. Into Engelbrecht. Jacobs, pardon, it's airborne, and they will come back for a second. That's good running from Engelbrecht. Very good running, Nathan Engelbrecht. Yeah, he seems to be a very good cricket player. We haven't seen a lot of him because...
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of opportunities on the first class or list A circuit. Being down at Boland, now coming up to SWD, he's got more opportunities to play and to showcase his talent.
Carl Jacobs on strike. Hit firmly, that's 4 runs. A great shot from Carl Jacobs, that's a magnificent shot, straight and hard. Momentum in this over towards the Badgers.
Pace on at that point in time from Harness Quarter. And what we're seeing here, a little bit of pace on the ball makes it a little bit easier for the batters to head through the line. When they've taken pace off, it's been difficult for the batters to get boundaries. In this over, you might have missed a trick or two by putting pace on the ball.
Good sir, runs in to Jacobs.
Slow ball on this occasion to finish the over. Badgers are 135 for 4 after 17 overs, pardon.
Yeah, 11 runs from this previous over bowled by Kutzer, and his figures a little bit in disarray after his last over. He bowled his overs number 2 and 3 were very good overs, Hardus Kutzer, and we've been very impressed with him.
Yeah, bowling returns of 2 for 36 after 4 overs from Kutzer with 2 very important wickets of Richard and the captain George van Heerden.
So the pick of the bowlers, Molefe will bowl his last over. More than just impressive, excellent bowling. He only conceded 6 runs in 3 overs, but Jacobs is on strike. He can clear the boundary, he's shown us. Once again, Molefe won't mind the single.
At this point, you'll be happy with that. I think the batters as well have identified him as one of the more dangerous bowlers from the Iinyathi lineup.
Molefe in to Engelbrecht. In the gap, it's airborne. Will fall short. They will settle for the single once again. Molefe won't mind the single. Not properly connected there by Engelbrecht by the look of things, the previous shot.
And just some lack of pace there to work with from Gaudi Molefe.
Good bowling, Gaudi Molefe, dot ball. He certainly asked the questions. Got 2 more balls to go, and he would like to exit this bowling spell and also his complement of 4 overs on the good. Reverse sweep, another dot ball. He's been bowled. He has been bowled. Carl Jacobs been clean bowled, clever bowling, and reward for Molefe.
Certainly just rewards for Molefe. He's been testing the batters throughout his spell of 3.4 overs. He's 1 for 8 from 3.4.
His first season here with the Garden Road Badgers, very impressive performances, and he's a powerful hitter of a cricket ball. He's also a very, very good spin bowler, and he will be very, very happy to see what Molefe did thus far today.
Yeah, I think he'll take some notes from how Gaudi has bowled thus far, not giving space, bringing the wickets into play, good changes of pace. And like you said, he can hit a long ball. You look to clear a few here.
But I think the intent will be to see out these two deliveries.
Yeah, see out the next two, then take care of the last 12 balls. No, he's got other ideas. Good intent shown.
Yeah. With a little bit of a misfield. Engelbrecht is a very good runner between the wickets, and he's immediately off the mark. So it's the first couple that Molefe has conceded in his penultimate ball of his bowling spell. 139 for 5, 13 balls, 13 legitimate balls in this innings. Cut. It's protection out there. He will take a single. Alder has made his intent very clear. Liam Alder overbowled, 139 for 5. Well bowled Gary Molefe.
Great spell comes to an end there from Gary Molefe. Him, the captain and his coaches will be happy with that return. Now on to the last 12 balls.
12 legitimate deliveries.
Legitimate deliveries. Tandon back into the attack from the commentary end box.
Yeah, he's been rather expensive. He went for 20 in his first 2 overs, and obviously he bowled in a power play, and the Badgers, who scored 61 runs without losing any wickets in the first 6 overs of the innings. And as we know, Tandu, I think his last stint was the Tuskers. He will try to come back here and finish on a high. On strike is Liam Elder. Ntini in to Elder. Try to improvise with a scoop there. Just misses it.
No pace on that occasion.
Yeah, clever bowling from Tandu Ntini. We said it earlier, the son of the great Makaya Ntini. Tandu Ntini in to Liam Elder. Firmly hit. Engelbrecht will come back, he will run to the danger end. He is a very good runner, good observation.
Great running from those two to turn that into 2 runs. And no opportunity for the fielding side to even get close to a run out on that occasion. That's well identified from Engelbrecht running to the danger end.
Engelbrecht is on 24, Elder is on 4. Now this time he got it right, 4 runs, Liam Elder, well played. Yeah, what an underrated batsman Liam Elder is. He's batting here at number 6 for the Badgers, number 7, pardon, and he capitalizes and he pick up 4 runs.
Shot that man there from Liam Elder. Can be a very dangerous batter coming down. Lower middle order.
And once again, hard hit, cleanly fielded, and they settle for the single. Better fielding this time from the Iinyathi, making sure they get Elder off the strike, but it doesn't necessarily mean that Engelbrecht is a rabbit with a bat.
He's certainly done well. When he hasn't been able to get a boundary, he's been able to rotate strike. He's 24 of 25 at this stage. Part of a very good partnership with Carl Jacobs, for about 40 runs or so.
A well bowled Tandu Ntini.
Great change of pace there. We'll be happy with the signal. Nineteenth over of this inning. This went for 8 runs. And there's 5 balls so far. We'll be looking to close this off. No boundary conceded.
Yeah, that's important. Elder on strike, and then there's a distraction. Oh, there's a change in the field.
Need one more fielder out in the ring.
Good observation by the captain, Zoran Basar. A very pleasant captain person that I chatted to before this game. Good delivery from Tandu in the block hole.
Well played.
And they will come back for two.
Very aggressive running.
That's very good running. Overbowled. End of the penultimate over brings up the 150.
$150 for 5 with 1 over remaining.
I think you will agree with me that after the power play, then Iinyathi has done well. Good captaincy, very good bowling from Molefe, who only conceded 4 runs. To restrict the badges, because at some stage we thought 180 can be on the cards, but will 150, 160 be enough?
Yeah, we'll wait and see whether now they'll get enough. But at this stage in time, Iinyathi will be happy with what they have on the board, having considered 61 from the power play for no loss. To pack them back to 150 after 19, that's very well done from them.
Yeah, and Mkhetwa will bowl the final over. Continue being expensive, he conceded 30 in his 3 overs. Mkhetwa in to the left-hander, Nathan Engelbrecht. It's airborne, but it's going to fall safe, and they will settle for the single.
7, 3, please change battery.
Just apologies for our technicians, this message is coming through. 5 balls left, 151 for 5. They will at least aim for 160, which will make it a competitive game here. Liam Alder is on 12 from 7 balls. Yeah, I think Liam Alder will have a look at the leg side boundary. Try to pull this one. No, he's got other options. Hardly hit. Fumble in the misfield. In the latter part, the Iinyathi's fielding, which we compliment right at the beginning. Couple of misfield, couple of fumbles, what should have been a single, it's becoming a double, and more importantly, Elder is on strike.
Credit to the batters for putting the fielders under pressure.
Very good. It's a wide. No, it's not wide by umpire Nell. Question asked.
Oh, better moving around in the crease there.
Once again, Elder tried to improvise. Mkhetwa stick to the conventional plan. 2 balls left, 153 for 5. Oh, this is a big one. This is a massive one. Elder gets a boundary maximum, and that's 6. That is a big, big hit. It's a long boundary towards the Freda Street end of the ground. He hit that one right into the side screen. We spoke about it earlier today. Right into Freda Street. Elder on strike. They will come back for the second. And this time Engelbrecht sacrificed the wicket. 160 for 6. 160 for 6. I think it's a competitive total. As you correctly say, time will tell us. The Badgers has won the toss earlier today. They opted to have a batch first. We saw a very good opening. Heath Richards made 10. George van Heerden dismissed with his very first ball for naught. A cameo from Nathan Engelbrecht, 26 from 27 deliveries. Carl Jacobs made 19 and Liam Alder 21, 160 for 6. Before we go off air, your take on this?
I think Iinyathi will be very happy if you look at 61 for no loss after the power play and go on to concede 99 for 6 in the remaining 14 overs. Iinyathi will be the happier of the two teams at the halfway stage at this point in time, in my opinion. They've done very well to restrict the Badgers after that rollicking start from the two openers. Now we'll see how they go and approach the second half of this match. But I feel they should have the momentum on their side at this stage.
Yeah, it'll definitely test the Badgers bowling lineup to something different today. Currently in Guwahati, just before we go off air, South Africa at a very competitive 264 for 6. Laura Wolfhard is on 149. So when we're back, we will keep you updated on all the scores around the globe. And also in the Cricket South Africa Division 2 competition, where there are 2 further matches today. We're back in 10 minutes. So we're back here at the recreation ground. The Badgers made 160 for 6 in a lot of 20 overs. They batted at exactly 8 per over. There are also some other matches around whilst we wait for everything to start. The Knights are taking on Limpopo Impala at the Mangoing Oval in Bloemfontein. And courtesy of a nice 83 by Riley Rousseau, the Knights made 199 for 4. And we're back here at the recreation ground. Also, that semi-final match between South Africa and England. South Africa are now on the 312 for 7 with 4 balls to spare in the innings. A magnificent 169 from 143 deliveries, 4 6s and 24s by the captain, who was in brilliant form today, Laura Wolfhard. Tasman Brits made 45 and Marazan Cup 42. We will keep you updated. And Jason, the focus now shift to the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn. It is going to be a mouth-watering afternoon here. So if you're around, please stay tuned with us or come out to the ground. It's a beautiful sunny day as Liabona Malifi will start procedures from the Freda Street end of the ground. And just getting things ready here from our technicians. 160, it's going to be tough to defend.
I think at this stage, Iinyathi should feel confident about getting that score, but anything can happen in this game. CC Malifi.
Off to a single, it will only be a single. Liabona Malifi is a product also of the Hub Development Program here in the province, a very successful program, one of the best run Hub programs in South African cricket. As Nathan Roux get off the mark, and the captain Jerome Bosser will be on strike.
I think these openers will look for a positive start through the power play, get through it without any damage to the wicket column.
Malifi in, and that will be a single. Talking about the power play, the Badgers had a very good power play. They made 61 in that first 6 overs without conceding any wickets, or losing any wickets, I should say, as Malifi will bowl to the right-hander Nathan Roux. A very tested opening combination of Roux and the captain Bosser. Malifi in, and that's wided by umpire Wimpinel. He is officiating at the Freda Street end of the ground, the southern end of the ground, and here the northern end. The unmistakable figure of Mr. Murray Rasmus, a well-known umpire around the globe. Malifi in to Roux. Punch out, and there's a single there. One thing was specifically when Nathan Engelbrecht was batting, very good running between the wickets. Carl Jacobs does the fielding, and it will not prevent a single. I'll not prevent a single. 1 run added to total, 4 without loss as we're halfway through the opening over of this innings. Good bowling by Liabona Malifi. He's a very good bowler up front, often used to open with a new ball.
Yeah, he's very accustomed to that role, starting out with a new ball in the limited overs cricket, T20s and 50 over cricket, and he does that job very well.
Bosser, and it's been put down. It's been put down. Is that the captain?
Yeah.
George van Heerden. In. Van Heerden does the fielding, and in spite of the drop catch, we see a lot of action in the first over, 4 without loss. And Banele Trele, he will operate from the commentary box end of the ground.
Good start from Liabona Malifi, only conceding 4 runs from that first over. Banele Trele will look to follow that up, be nice and disciplined.
Yeah, Banele clearly, he hails from, he was born in 1998 in the city of Durban in the KwaZulu-Natal Kingdom, and his cricketing journey took a significant leap when he joins the KwaZulu-Natal cricket team, and his breakthrough moment obviously come when he played in the Under-19 World Cup. So he also played for the Durban Heat in the Mzansi Super League, as we watch clearly in white and connected there by Roo, a dot ball.
It'll be interesting to see the approach from the Garden Route Badgers in terms of their bowling, whether they follow what the Iinyathi did in the last 16 overs by bowling slow balls and trying to bring the stumps into play.
Ooh, jumping effort. That one was also go down in the books as a drop catch. It's a great effort. It was Liam Alder who got just his fingertips to that. He saved a certain boundary, but will not prevent a couple for Nathan Roo. Obviously it's a power play, the fielders are in, you will take some chances. Yeah, that's a great delivery from Banele clearly, asking the questions. Good bowling from Banele.
Good bowling there, bringing the stumps into play. Big shout. Marais Rasmus is not moved on the rocket. Mr. Erasmus feels that would have been sliding past down leg stump.
Firmly hit. Alder dives towards his right. He's on the circle. Tightly does the fielding. And through to Nathan Engelbrecht, the keeper. Very disciplined start in spite of the two drop catches. One a very difficult one, just put down by Liam Alder. He saved a certain boundary. And then there was the captain, George van Heerden, who couldn't grasp an opportunity to get rid of Captain Jerome Bosser. Firmly hit. This one will run away for 4. Great shot from Nathan Roo. And the first boundary conceded with the 11th ball of the innings. Great execution there by Nathan Roo.
Great shot down the ground there.
Show the maker's name of the bat.
No risk taken. Just good balance and hitting straight down the ground.
Tele will bring Alder into game. Does the fielding. 1 run added to the total. 2 overs gone, 11 without loss.
Got 2 overs gone, and Garden Route Badgers have already created 2 opportunities out on the field. They'll do well to hold on to those.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that they will continue with Liabona Malifi. One of 3 spinning options for the Badgers. Liam Alder, Liabona Malifi, and of course Kyle Jacobs. Roo is on strike. He's on 9. Malifi around the wicket. To Roo. Protection out there. That looks like Zach Momberg patrolling the mid-on boundary. Does the fielding tidily. 1 run added to the total. That's an interesting move. Yasin Bali. He will move to the cover region on the circle. Good bowling, good tidy bowling from Liabona Malifi. He plays cricket for a local club. Recently won the SWD T20 knockout competition, Pakelsdorp United. Malifi in to the captain Bosser. He frees his arms straight to Yasin Vali, who does the fielding, dot ball. The intent from Bosser was very clear. Vali's got a hand to that, but he will not prevent a boundary.
Very short with the covers there.
It's not Vali, it's
By
the
Jerome
captain, George
Bossa.
van Heerden. Over the top, and it's a one bounce. Is that over the rope? Yeah, it's over the rope. Maximum for Bosser. It's a good boundary, good shot. Yeah, that type of shot you can expect with the fielding restrictions, but still well executed.
Well executed, low risk, cricket shot.
Malefi to Bosser. His work for Liam Alder didn't go where it was intended to be hit, but he will pick up a single. Jerome Bosser is a man that has got a higher score of 30 in the Division 2 career records. It was against the Eastern Cape, Iinyathi against Limpopo the previous season in his London. End of the over, and Baneli Tele will continue from the commentary box, end of the ground. 3 overs bowled, and not a big difference. After 3 overs, the Badgers were 33 without loss, and Iinyathi 23 without loss. So in the context of the game, the Iinyathi is well on track in chasing down this total of 161 is what they will need to get on the board. Straight hit. Work for Monli Khumalo. I must rather say Monli Nkombezi. South Africa women ended on 319 for 7. Clearly in, over the wicket. Ruan Treblance does the fielding.
Dot balls will be the order of the day in the power play for the Gardenwood Badgers.
Yeah, I think that will be an important ingredient of their game plan,
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah, I think bowl as many dot balls as you possibly can, create pressure.
Oh, that's a great delivery from Tele. Good bowling by Nelly Tele.
That's well bowled, just a little bit more. Region by Jerome Bosa misses out there. Was done by the bounce.
Airborne, and that's 4. Well executed shot through mid-off for 4. Great shot, Jerome Bosser. Taking the score to 27 without loss.
Great start here. Of things that
In the gap, but Khumalo, I would say, Ngobezi runs towards his right, picks it up, and 28 without loss. Ruan strike, and Tele will be keen to exit this over without a boundary. On the other hand, Nathan Roux would like to add something, you know, in the form of either a 6 or a 4 to end this, the 4th over. Comes down the wicket, that's 4 runs. Well executed shot, Nathan Roux. So they're batting at exactly the required rate, 8 runs per over, 4 overs gone, 32 without loss. Replaced, in my view, by one of the strike bowlers of the Badgers who will operate from the Freire Street end of the ground, Liam Elder.
Yeah, I think Liam Elder will look to do what Gaudi did for the Iinyathi. If you're not picking up wickets, be as economical as you possibly can.
Yeah, an important moment in this game as Elder will bowl to Bosser. Well played, great shot, first ball of the over to pick up a boundary, well executed shot by Jerome Bosser.
That was well played, identifying where the fielders are and accessing that space behind square on the leg side.
To Bosser. Oh, that's a big hit. That will go all the way. That's 6.
Great shot there from Bosser,
well,
giving himself just a little bit of room to access long off, heading over long off.
Yeah, well. Ground. And pressure is on Liam Elder. That's his airborne, there's an opportunity there.
Not settled.
No, it's not very good fielding there from Ngubezi. There was an opportunity there, and for the second time Bosser has given an opportunity. Ngubezi will be disappointed. This time it's a dot ball, end of the over. No, Elder's got one more to go. Conceded 12 runs of 5 balls. Bosser is on strike. This is a scintillating run chase here, early up from the Eastern Cape Iinyathi. End of the over. There's one ball left. I've got it wrong. Yeah, sorry for that. Oh, very good bowling. And 44 without loss after 5. The Badgers after 5 overs were 47 without loss.
Pretty even Stevens at this point in time.
Very much so.
I think Liam Elder will be happy to get out of that over with just 12 runs conceded after conceding those of the first 3 balls. Did well to close off that over with dot balls. 3 consecutive dot balls to finish off. Now we see a change of bowling from the commentary side, and with Zach Mombeck coming into the attack, replacing Manele Kele.
Yeah, an important spell awaiting Zach Mombeck, who runs in from the commentary box end with Nathan Roux on strike. Oh, that's a shout for leg before. You, umpire Rasmus, not interested. Was that sliding down leg?
I think there was bet on that. Had something. We'll see the replay on that.
Very fired up Momberg, wearing the 8th man, number 8 jumper. Airborne, that one will go for 4.
Slow ball. Got that wrong. A slow ball, full pitched. Nathan Root takes full toll of that. Gets 4 runs for that.
Momberg in to Roo. It's wide by umpire Marie Erasmus. Momberg in to Roo. It's another wide.
Momberg losing his radar here. Need to keep his disciplines. Especially when a partnership is going as well as this. 50 runs from 5.2 overs.
Yeah, very good partnership here. Just what the doctor ordered by the captain and Nathan Roo. Momberg in to Roo. Oh, it's airborne. Alder just wide of a jumping Liam Alder. No lady luck for the Badgers here this afternoon.
Two Iinyathi batters riding their luck. Nothing going to hand. Whatever is going to hand is also being dropped at this point in time.
Yeah, chest of character here for Momberg. He's a young man. He hails from Johannesburg, played for the Lions. Already bowled 2 wides. Airborne. That one will not go the full length to the boundary. Ron Terblans runs around as a fielding. And 2 more runs added to the total. And we are into the last over of the power play. And we can confidently say that the Iinyathi is on target here with the run chase.
Definitely on target, especially not having lost the wicket. And that would have been their first goal, not lose anything in the power play.
And that is not what bowling coach Warren Bell will be happy with. His 3rd wide put down by Zach Momberg. Well, it's a test of character for a team that's been full of self-confidence, winning the first 3 opening games of the season. That is a magnificent delivery from Momberg. He castles through. That's a great delivery.
That is a great delivery. Look to straighten on off stump, taking the top of off stump to end off the power play.
Yeah, the red hair of Momberg is coming through there. Magnificent.
Was well bowled there to end off the power play. Or is it one more? Oh, we got one more ball.
Yeah, this is a 9. This is a 9 ball opening over by Momberg. So Christian de Troy will come out to bat. This is only his second T20 match in his career. He hasn't batted in his first one. So all eyes will be on him. Mombach to finish off his first over, a 9-ball over. Wearing the number 8 because he played 8th man at school at King Edward VII. Disciplined bowling will not prevent a single. Good observation. End of the over. Breakthrough. End of the power play. 56 for 1. The Badgers, they had a very good power play. They made 61 runs in the power play. Jason, still even Stevens here at Recreation Ground in Oudtshoorn.
Definitely so. I think at this point in time, it might be, the favour might be tilted to the side of the Iinyathi on the batting side at this point, having only lost 1 wicket in the power play.
A good comeback from Mombach after being off the radar. And Liam Elder, well, he conceded 12 runs in his opening over, and he will bowl to the captain, Jerome Bosso, who's been put down with his score on 2 by his opposite captain, George van Heerden, from the bowling of Leabona Malefi. And Elder will run in and bowl to Bosso. Sorry, to the Toy, pardon for that. The Toy, he gets that one off to long off. And yeah, Bosso, of course, he's the left-hander, he'll be on strike.
I think spin would play a very key role now in the middle overs to try and restrict Iinyathi.
Yeah, we saw it earlier today with Malefi. This is big. There's a man underneath it. Oh, it will go all the way. It's a long, long boundary and a big hit from the captain. Yeah, he's wearing the captain armband. Unfortunately, a bit of a misfield there by the wicket keeper Engelbrecht, and umpire Wimpy Nel, or as his mother used to call him, Wilhelm, signals byes. Will be a test for the Toy, the inexperienced Toy against Elder. Airborne. This is an opportunity. It's taken by the captain, by Yasin Wali.
Well bowled there from Liam Elder. Gave that one a little bit more flight, no pace, not much pace on that one. And forced Christian du Toit to reach for that and try and access leg side. Got top edge.
Goes on to that one, and slowly but surely losing wickets will not be ideal for the Iinyathi in this run chase. They're at 56 for 2 now. I don't think the scoreboard is right. It should be 64 for 2. And another experienced player come out to bat. That's Jason Niemand. He has played 18 games in this format. He obviously has got a liking to play against the Golden Route Badgers here at the Recreation Ground, because his top score in the 2023-24 season here was 57, and he would like to repeat that, and his captain will like him to repeat that to get the Iinyathi over the line here today. Jason Niemand, a very attacking, aggressive batsman, right-hander, taking strike. He's also got a healthy strike rate of 114, and he's got 2 half centuries, including obviously the one that he scored here at the Recreation Ground. Can Liam Elder continue to pick up wickets? That will also be important. There's a fielder out there. Captain George van Heerden. Make sure that he cleanly fielded that delivery or that ball.
Let's change of field now, reinforcing the offside.
Ooh, there's an inside edge there. But that all counts. Went both ways today. Edges, overbowled, wicket for Alder. And now the question is, will Mombach continue? Nervous.
And the Badgers were 74 for no loss at this stage, with a good partnership going between Dar Blanche and Valley. Iinyathi will be looking for a solid partnership between these two at the crease now, Bossa and Niemand, to get them close to the target.
Yeah, Mombach conceded 12 runs in his opening over. 3 of them were wides. And he will bowl to Jason Niemand, who's on strike. You can feel the tension here at the recreation ground. 13 more overs to go. Get a hand to that. That's Liam Alder. They will come back for the second now. The captain decided against that. Very good running between the wickets, specifically when Nathan Engelbrecht was batting.
And now there's been, I think throughout the day we've seen quite a bit of aggressive running, good intent between the wickets. It continues now in the Iinyathi innings as well, where the batters are looking to turn those ones into twos. It's a great advert for any youngster watching who want to learn how to run between the wickets and put your opposition under pressure.
Yeah, one would sense that this partnership between Niemand and Bossa will be key in the context of this game. Edge, no, it's not an edge, but well bowled Mombach. Thought there was maybe an edge to that.
Good hard length.
Yeah.
He's able to extract a little bit more extra bounce. Tall figure of Mombach.
Badgers will be looking to get wickets here. And this partnership, as I've said earlier, between the captain who's on strike, Jerome Bosser, short into the vacant area, that will run away for 4. Well executed shot by Jerome Bosser.
He moves to 39 of 24.
Mombach to Bosser. Ooh, there's a wild swing there through to the keeper Engelbrecht.
The way he's going, you might feel that he missed out there with some width presented to him.
Yeah, 100% correct.
He's been going well. You need someone to stick around with him to follow up that opening stand of 50 odd.
Airborne. His protection out there. Nice pickup from the fielder on fine leg who runs towards his left.
Oh, trouble for Bossa here. Looks to have pulled something.
There is trouble for Jerome Bossa. That is not a great picture. He certainly pulled something there, Jason.
Yeah, looks like the hemi or the quad, one of those, get some medical attention. Get some magic spray around that and a bit of ice. Get him going again. I don't want to lose him at the stage. 40 from 26.
Now, whilst they attend the medical team to the injury of Jerome Bossa, it also allows us an opportunity to focus elsewhere. It's the match at Willamore Park in Benoni, where the Eastern Cape, Eastern Storm is taking on the Northern Cape Heat. The Northern Cape Heat are currently, they were dismissed for only 103 runs against the Eastern Storm. A disappointment there for the Northern Cape Heat. And then there's also the match at the Mangaung Oval in Bloemfontein between the Knights and Limpopo Impala. The Knights made 199 for 4 in their 20 overs, courtesy of a great innings of 83 by the former international player Riley Rousseau. And in reply, Limpopo Impala, they are 73 for 3 after 8 overs. So, very good start there. And then there's the match in the Division 1 between the Titans and the Tuskers. The Titans made 151 for 7. In the 19th over, the Tuskers now 137 for 9. And then the Dufferbed Warriors is taking on Goldras Boland. The Dufferbed Warriors, after 4 overs, are on 54 without loss. And interestingly enough, Andrich Norkia, he's opened the batting, he's at 48. Couldn't get that wrong. There's a summary on your screen of what transpired here today. The Badgers won the toss. There was a very good opening partnership between Ruan ter Blanche, who made 57, and Yassin Valley. Nathan Engelbrecht made 28. Liam Alder, a cameo of 21 from 12 balls. Yassin Valley made 20. 2 wickets apiece for Alindile Mkhetwa and Hardus Kutser, and a very impressive bowling performance from Gaudi Molefe, who bagged 1 for 11 and 4 overs. In reply, we're into the 8th over. The Iinyathi currently 71 for 2. Roo made 22. Christian at 22. And on strike is Jerome Bossa, who was put down with his score on 2. And Jason Niemann is on 2. Momberg and Alder each picked up a wicket. Well, it seems that the captain, Jerome Bossa, will be fit to continue. Let's hope so. Whilst we're waiting for Bossa to get back to his crease, South Africa, the Protea ladies made 319 for 7 against England in the World Cup semi-final today, and the news is that England are naught without 2. A great opening over from Marazan Cup, who picked up 2 wickets in that over. So they are naught for 2, as Momberg will bowl his final ball of his 2nd over. Zach Momberg was on the expensive side, courtesy of those 3 wides in the 1st over, and he will bowl to Jason Niemann, who's on 2. So can South Africa reach their 3rd consecutive ICC Women's World Cup final? Obviously, Laura Wolfhard made 169 from 143 deliveries. Momberg to Niemand. That's a good delivery. A bit of a misfield there. Disappointment. End of the over. So that is the end of over number 7, am I right? Over number 8, 72 for 2. Yeah, after 8 overs, the badges were on 83 for 1.
Yeah, it was at the stage when Iinyathi started to put the squeeze on, started picking up wickets and dropping that run rate when they were bowling. The Badgers will look to do pretty much the same.
And Liam Alder, he will bowl to Jason Niemand, who has faced 4 deliveries. Alder to Niemand. And just wide of a diving Kyle Jacobs. Will not prevent a single. It'll be interesting how Captain George van Heerden will utilise his bowling options. With Alder already in his 3rd over. And for him, the wicket of Jerome Bosser will be gold.
That's the key wicket at this stage. Big shot from Bosser.
And he clears the boundary. Jerome Bosser means business here. It's a great shot from Bosser, and he will pick up a maximum.
You look at him hunching over the crease. Doesn't look like he'll do much running.
Yeah, if you look at his body language, there's certainly a problem there. Alder to Bosser. That's another big one. There's a man over there, but it's maximum. And it's not often that you hit Liam Alder for 6s like that back to back.
And Jerome Bosser moves to 50 with that maximum. 52 from 28.
Yeah, he's certainly, I'm not sure if that's the plan.
Yeah, that seems to be the only sensible option here. You don't want to aggravate that injury, whatever it is, because it doesn't look very comfortable at this point.
And Alden moves to around the wicket to the left-hander Bosser. It's a dot ball. I don't think he'll mind that dot ball. He already hit 12 runs from the first 2 balls of the over.
Yeah, the overs already went for 13 in 4 balls.
Well executed shot, but it's protection out there. And there you can see Bosser is not comfortable at all. It's a big swing by Niemand, and the score now 86 for 2 after 9 overs, and it'll be interesting to see if Bosser will continue whilst he's seriously injured, and we will see some more spin from the commentary box end with Kyle Jacobs. Jacobs bowled extremely well the past weekend against the Limpopo Impala in Polokwane. Well, and there's serious things happen in Guwahati, England now 5 for 3, chasing 319. Pardon, 320, South Africa made 319.
South Africa should be favourite at this point.
And here, you still agree with me, Jason, the Iinyathi, still the favourites to take this one over the line?
At this stage, Iinyathi were in control.
Jacobs to Bosser. He pulled out of that delivery. Well, he's obviously not going to be interested to run singles here.
His only option is to go for boundaries at this point.
And he's bowled. He's bowled. Well, let's feel for the Iinyathi. Hands up to Jerome Bosser. A brave knock, but a turning point in the game as he's been clean bowled by Carl Jacobs. Yeah, that's very unfortunate for the Eastern Cape Iinyathi.
He's shown great guts to continue batting with that injury, to try and get his team close to that target. I think he's done very well to allow for the next batters to take their team home.
Yeah, they're still in a commanding position.
They're still in control.
And in comes the wicketkeeper, Msindisi Malika. He's got an average of 16, a top score of 44. But there's certainly a twist here with the departure of Bosser. The score now 83, 86 for 3. Yeah, the required rate is 7, which is very much gettable with 7 wickets in hand.
The rate is very much manageable. They've been going at 9.3. They won't be worried about that. Their only thing will be, let's keep as many wickets in hand as possible to get them over the line.
Carl Jacobs. Oh, that's a magnificent shot from the keeper. 4 runs. Well executed shot.
Starts off with a boundary. It's Carl Jacobs.
Malika on strike. Scored a nice boundary with a well executed sweep shot. It's in the air. Momberg will run in. And 1 run added to the total. The Badgers will need to get wickets. On the other hand, the Iinyathi, they're in a very good position. They just need to consolidate, keep the scoreboard ticking, and that should be fine. I mean, and there's always a comparison. The competitive Duckworth-Lewis score is 75. So the Iinyathi, with the wickets down, in a very good position.
I think they've done very well to get ahead of that.
Yeah, very well. Obviously the key here will be wickets. Jacobs to Niemand. In the gap. That's exactly what they need to do, and pick up the odd boundary.
100%. Just keep rotating. Dot ball count, keep it as low as possible. Then they should be able to get over the line.
There's nothing wrong with the approach. And they can settle for a single.
At the end of the 10th over, Eastern Cape Iinyathi are 93 for 3.
Now they're definitely also ahead now in the comparative scores. And Liabona Malifi will continue from the Freda Street end of the ground with spin, and on strike will be the left-hander Malika. The Badgers will need to play smartly here. On the other hand, a conservative approach by the Iinyathi will be sufficient. Well bowled Liabona Malifi. We'll try to squeeze in a few dot balls to shift the momentum.
Yes, Iinyathi at this stage do not need to do anything more than what they've already done at this point.
Low risk conventional cricket, and a shot like that, which will bring up a single, will be sufficient.
Yeah. Well, the Badgers need to pick up wickets at regular intervals to peg them back. And it's clear at this stage they're looking at the spinners as being the solution to that problem of picking up wickets and dropping the rate, with 67 more runs to win.
Into the pocket, as you correctly said, Jason, they're coming back for a second. 2 runs was always on there, and they will also settle for 2.
It's great batting there, well measured, into the pocket and running hard by Jason Neiman, also a former captain of the team.
Yeah. Same shot, but it will only be a single.
It's worth asking at this point in time, if you're on the Badgers camp, whether bringing an extra fielder into the ring to try and create some dot balls.
Great stop there in the deep, but it will be 2 more runs.
Whether that extra fielder in the ring would create a little bit more pressure to create more dot balls for you to try and get wickets, whether it's worth thinking about.
Clever batting from Malika.
At the end of the 11th over, it is 100 for 3. Iinyathi well in control with the required run rate. A good opening stand between Nathan Rue and the captain Jerome Bossa, whom we hope is doing all right.
So Carl Jacobs will continue. It'll be interesting, there's 9 overs left and we haven't seen Mondli Nkubezi into the attack. Conventional low risk cricket.
Good measured approach here from these two.
Tidy fielding from Ruan to Blanche. If you look at the Badgers' body language, Jason, they haven't yet thrown in the towel, that I can assure you, but they will need to do something special here. short, hit, misfield, 4. That's a finger injury.
I'll need to do better with that. Liam Elder in the covers. Hit hard, but he'll back himself to stop.
This time he moves towards his right. Nice pickup, but it will not prevent a single.
Malika has certainly started well, 16 from 10.
Yeah, he opened his account with a very nice sweep shot boundary.
And he's kept rotating the strike very well.
Clever play by the former captain Jason Iinyathi. Conventional, just move forward, hit into the vacant space in the offside, and he pick up a single.
It looks a little bit easy now for the Iinyathi. The Badgers have to look for ways to try and create some pressure. And it's either dot balls or wickets that will be able to do that. And try and use fields.
This one is fielded by Yasin Vali, end of the over, end of the Jacobs over. He bowled 3 overs now, 2 overs for 15. Well, Liam Elder will bowl his last over from the commentary box end of the ground. The score 108 for 3.
With 58 runs required, or 53 runs required, pardon me. They'll need a breakthrough here.
Elder not prevent a single from Iinyathi. He's been exceptionally expensive today. He went for 35, and it was especially the captain Jerome Bosso who got hold of him.
It was clear to see that they were going to put him under pressure as soon as he came on. Looked to be a clear tactic from the team. Chance.
Unnecessary for Malika. One of the better fielders in the Gardenwood Badgers team, Liabona Malifi on the square leg boundary, and he picks up a wicket. Well, Jason. This was a bit naughty from Malika. He played so well, and he found Liabona Malifi on the boundary, and that's a departure of Malika. Caught Malifi as it departs for 16 from 11.
Yes, absolutely not necessary from him. For him to know that. No need to look for boundaries at this stage. With only 53 runs to win, going well in this partnership with Jason Iinyathi. They just needed to drag this through into the last 5 overs, and they'll get home comfortably. Now the Badgers have got a way in now with a new batter to the crease, Michael Copeland. They'll be hoping to break this partnership as quickly as they possibly can.
Yeah, Michael Copeland is a very, very promising batsman.
The school with a proud cricketing tradition.
Yeah, the likes of Graham Smith, Jimmy Cook, to mention a few.
Yeah. They keep producing cricketers for the South African cricketing fraternity.
Elder to Copeland. That's sensible cricket. There's a vacant area. Momberg runs in, does the fielding. He will not prevent a single though. Jason Niemann, who is an 11, of more or less the same number of balls, 12. Into the gap. Leabona Malifi does the fielding, taking the score to Nelson. 111 for 4. Do you believe in Nelson?
I'm not particularly a firm believer in that, but I know there's a great belief in some corners.
Well, that will not be for long, because they immediately off that Nelson. Alder Tuboli's last ball, he picked up 2 wickets today for 38. Alder to Copeland. That's a quicker delivery, well disguised. End of the over. The required rate is 7, so they basically need 71 from the last 7 overs. Pardon, they need 49 from the last 7 overs to win.
The change of bowling from the commentary box end. Mondli Ngobese into the attack for the first time in the game.
For the first time in the game, and this will be a 2 test for Mondli Ngobese.
He'll be under pressure to deliver first up in the 14th over.
Yeah, a product of Maritzburg College in Pietermaritzburg. Also a school that produced some remarkable cricket players over the years, the likes of John T. Rhodes, and more lately, a Springbok rugby captain in Jesse Kriel. An imposing figure, Jason Niemand. Ngobese into Niemand. Into the gap. Good first ball by Ngobese.
Good start. He'll look to settle in as quickly as he can. Try and break this new partnership open.
Yeah, Ngobese. As we watch the adjustment made to the field. Limpopo Impala at 97 for 8, chasing 200. Well bowled. Difficult season for the Polokwane based team, specifically after a great knock earlier today by Riley Rousseau, and he was well supported by Gian Kluter. Rousseau made 83 and Kluter 66.
It's been a difficult start to the season for the team.
But it's also not easy for England against South Africa in the ICC semi-final. Well bowled, Ngobese, great delivery. He conceded 1 run from his first 2 deliveries into Jason Niemand, walks across, and that's a great delivery from Ngobese.
He started very well. That's what the captain would have asked for, at the very least.
Gobezi in. It's a very good delivery. Yeah, he spent time last year with the Tuskers, last season, and he seems to enjoy the relaxed life here in the little Karoo of Oudtshoorn.
Yeah, he had limited opportunities to play out in Maritzburg with the Tuskers. Now move down here, try and get a few more opportunities to showcase his skills.
That's a swing and a miss. And this very good over thus far has definitely lifted the Badgers. He only conceded a single, and in this day and time of the innings, that's gold.
Definitely well bowled from Monji Ngobese to start off there. And 1 run conceded of the 14th over. That pushes up the required run rate to 7.8. Change.
Carl Jacobs will continue from the Freda Street end of the ground, the southern end of this beautiful recreation ground in Oudtshoorn. Although cricket has been played here before, the new facility was reconstructed about 22 years in 2003. And since then it became a proper first-class venue with a new office complex and dressing rooms. But first the attention is to Carl Jacobs, to Michael Copeland. Oh, that's a missed stumping opportunity. He will be disappointed, I think, but that was the googly.
Did both the batter and the wicketkeeper on that occasion, Carl Jacobs. Just came out charging, missed it by a mile.
Yeah, I don't want to be critical, but Michael Copeland, I mean, he's supposed to know of better than taking a risk. First ball of the leg spinner. There's another appeal there, and then a bit of poor cricket awareness.
Yeah, that releases the pressure, gets Jason Neiman on strike, who's looked to be the more settled of the two. He's looked more in control. 12 from 19 balls. He doesn't look to take any risks.
You need to be careful what you say. I just thought that Copeland was struggling to read the spin. I once said something similar in commentary, and there was a player who showed me the opposite. But you know this, Jason, much better than anyone else in this commentary box. 114 for 4, and all of a sudden the required rate has crept up to 8. Carl Jacobs to Jason Niemand. That's a big hit. That will go all the way. 6 runs to Jason Niemand. He's definitely the in-form batter there. As he got hold of Jacobs over mid-wicket, and that's a huge 6. That's a big, big boundary, and it was a big 6.
He's definitely very important for Iinyathi to get anywhere close or over the line.
Now, Carl Jacobs, who made his debut for the Eastern Cape Iinyathi when it was still called the Border. And can Niemand take control of proceedings here? Well, there's a problem there. Seemingly the keeper, Nathan Engelbrecht, is also struggling to read Carl Jacobs.
Yeah, it looks like his confidence took a bit of a knock after that missed stumping. First ball of this over. You'll do well to move on from that, forget about that as quickly as you can.
Easier said than done, but he's a professional sportsman. Now, Copeland is definitely struggling to pick up Jacobs, and there's a problem there. Oh, he's home. He's home, he's just home. Some nerves creeping in there. End of the over, 122 for 4, 123 for 4, 122 for 4. This is going to be a close finish, either way. On strike is Niemand, he's key to take this one over the line. He will pick up a single. Take the score to 123 after 15. Now, after 15 overs, the Badgers were 120 for 4. So the difference is only 3 runs, but we must remember that at that specific time, Gaudi Molefe has bowled exceptionally well for the Iinyathi. And can Monli and Kubezi produce some magic here?
Yeah, both teams pretty neck and neck. Pretty much neck and neck at this point in time.
To put it this way, it's a battle of attrition here at the recreation ground. Hit. Momberg is underneath it. It's 6. That's a big hit. First ball of the over. Advantage to the Iinyathi.
Jason Neiman taking full control of this game. To 26 from 23 balls.
Fielding has been done by Carl Jacobs. $123 for 4. Sorry, 129 for 4. $31 more runs required. Gobezi in. Hit out to Ruan Terblans, who's on the offside boundary, patrolling under the scoreboard, but he will not prevent a single. Now Jason Niemand has certainly shown his experience here today.
Yeah. He's shown that he's a man for the big moments, even when he's lost partners around him.
Yeah, I'm talking about partners. One field for Jerome Bosser, who got hurt, but he still made a half century. Copeland on the ground to Momberg. He does the fielding at the long on boundary, will not prevent a single. Singles will do the job for the Iinyathi here.
Yeah, with a run rate required of 6.9 at this stage. Singles and an odd boundary here and there. Gets them comfortably over the line. Only 30 runs to get.
25 deliveries. 26 deliveries, pardon. Nice fielding by Liam Alder.
Great work to keep it just to 1, down to 1.
It's 29 runs from 25 balls.
The batting team will be looking for level heads at this point. It will be easy to fall apart, while the Garden Route Badgers will look to strike as quickly as possible.
Oh, it's a good delivery. And that's the over bowled. They need 28 from 24. And I think it's very clear, Jason, in T20 cricket, a lot of things can happen, but they're firmly in command here to take this one over the line.
At this stage, you tend to favor the batting side to get over the line, especially with someone or Jason Neiman, 28 from 26. who looks well set. But as you said, anything can happen at this point in time. It only takes one wicket to change the complexion of the game.
Yeah, and there is consultation there. But Carl Jacobs will continue.
Carl Jacobs will bowl his last over. I think in the previous over, Michael Copeland struggled a little bit to pick up his googly. You'll feel he's got a chance here against him.
Three fielders behind square in the offside. Copeland hit. One bounce. Fielding has been done in a deep, not preventing a single.
That's all that Michael Copeland needs to do at this point in time. Just make sure that you're getting Jason Neiman a strike, while also not taking up too many dot balls.
Neiman is on 28 from 26 deliveries. Hit hard, and that's 6. That is most probably the shift of momentum is now firmly in the favour of the Iinyathi. It's a little bit of a irresponsible shot, but nevertheless, you pick up a single.
Got him the single. The partnership has moved to 32 runs between Jason Neiman and Copeland.
Only 20 runs required.
Surely they can't lose it from here.
Absolutely. Strange things has happened, but yeah, and it's actually good that the injury to Jerome Bosser wasn't the determining factor in this game. That'll be very sad, although there's still 19 runs from 14 deliveries. 18 deliveries. In the gap. That's 4 runs. Well batting by Jason Neiman, taking his score to 39. And the Iinyathi, surely they can't lose it from here. And for the Badgers, it's definitely back to the drawing board. Brings Liabona Malifi into the game.
Oh, unlucky there to concede that extra run off the stumps. The score moves to 148 for 4 after 17 overs.
Only 13 runs from 3 overs. So Ngobezi runs in to Jason Niemand. Hit, work for Kyle Jacobs. He will not prevent a single though. Well, then Iinyathi batted well right from the beginning. They never got behind on the run chase. They lost wickets, but this innings from Jason Niemand very matured. Ngobezi in, and that will be 4 more. Straying down neck. It will be disappointment for the home side. There was lots of expectations after they had a very good start to their season, but not their day-to-day. Only 8 runs required from 16 deliveries. Ngobezi to Niemand. Wide, edge, 4. It's running away from the Badgers now.
Only 4 more runs to win for Iinyathi. And if we look at how the game has panned out, with their bowling inning, to start off with their bowling inning, they conceded 61 of the first 6 overs with no wickets. Picked up from then onwards, they only conceded 99 runs from the next. Putting on 50 odd in that first 6 overs before Nathan Root lost his wicket, and it's continued from then onwards to where we are at this point in time with only 4 runs to win.
Yeah, the Knights secured a 99-run victory against Limpopo Impala in Bloemfontein.
A loud shout there, not given.
Only 4 more runs to win. That's an impressive batting performance.
Very good batting performance from Iinyathi.
That should be wide, no ball, and that's the
game.
game. Victory for the Iinyathi by 6 wickets. They chased down 161 successfully. Jason Niemand on 49 not out. Michael Copeland on 10. The Badgers won the toss. They made 160. There was a fine contribution by Ruan Terblans. Unfortunately, the Badgers couldn't capitalize to score more than 160. Kimberley on Sunday, and Jason, I mean, as a former coach, what will be the message in the respective dressing rooms? Let's start off first with the Iinyathi.
I think Iinyathi, they'll be happy with how they've went on from that first 6 overs where they were not great when they were bowling, conceding 61 runs for no loss, then to go on to concede 99 runs and pick up 6 wickets for the remainder of the 14 overs. And to take that into their batting inning, 55-run opening stand between the captain, Jerome Bosa, and Nathan Root, and to be followed up with another 50-run partnership now to get them over the line between Michael Copeland and Jason Niemand. That was great work done from the team. I think they'll be happy that they've been able to form partnerships, both with the bowling and the batting side of things. And with the Garden Route Badgers, I think they'll look at the batting, where the strike rates were a little bit low, even though the rotation options were there. The boundaries were not enough at stages, where Ruan Terblanche batted very well opening stand with Yasin Vali, they'll take heart with it. Then I think the spinners just had one bad day. They should be able to come back from where they are. They're a skillful unit, so they should back themselves to do well going forward.
Yeah, I think you've summarized it. It was not a great day for the spin bowling department of the Badgers. I mean, they rely quite a lot on Liam Elder. He was very expensive today, but also compliments some great batting from Jerome Bosser. And thank you for joining us. Thanks also to Damien and his technical team for a great job and great production this afternoon. And we return you back to the studio. Thanks for joining us. Jason, I tell you also something. This is not the betting first pitch, it was Jason. Jason? Jason was chasing.
I think in hindsight, it's you can say it, yeah. In hindsight, yeah.
Jason, I will see you on Sunday.